Hey Toolerinos, I have taken the advice of Resto Rob, and I have started making regular trips to Habitat for Humanity looking for tools. And this was one of my more spectacular finds. Probably the most expensive thing I've bought from there, and for a while, $35. I paid up for this, but I think it was worth it. Check that out. Craftsman Commercial. It says Craftsman Non-Glare Finish. It's got the tool for removing the blade. It comes with like a little rip fence, which is kind of cool. And I'm not sure what year this is, but it's insanely heavy compared to my Black & Decker. It's got like this hard Bakelite style plastic, and let's see if I can see the nameplate. "7-inch circular saw." Well, I need to look up that number. If I can figure out what year this is from, I'll put it on the screen. But this is a really powerful saw. It dims the lights out here when I pull the trigger, and I have no fear of using this to cut through anything. So, let me know what you think. Was $35 too much, or was it just right? Here's a little before shot of a couple things I want to do a cleanup on. I've got this tool for putting the rubber in screens and things. I don't know what that tool's called, but it needs lubed and it needs cleaned up. There's some crap on it and a little rust. And I got this goldenrod oil can that has needed some cleanup, and it is still empty since when I bought it for $2. So it's going to get a cleanup and get filled with oil, and I'm going to use it to lubricate that. Alright, well, that was a fun little cleanup. I just did some wire brushing and scrubbing with a toothbrush and some solvent. Careful not to hit the sticker so that I wouldn't wash away the ink. But it's nice and clean, it's not sticky to hold it anymore, and it's cleaned inside and out and filled with oil. I cleaned this up, wire brushed it as well, cleaned the wood, scraped off all the goo, and it's ready to go in the toolbox. A lifetime of service for as often as I'm going to use that. But this, on the other hand, will come in very handy. You can see here I was testing it. Tiniest little push of the pull of the trigger and you get a little dropout. So a very well controlled oil can. Alright, drip free. Hey Toolerinos. Here's a couple more saws I picked up from Habitat for Humanity. This one is a Craftsman. I think it's probably from maybe the late 50s or early 60s or something. I don't know if one of you out there knows, let me know in the comments. But it's a big, comfortable handle, nice grip. It's got the cool Craftsman logo there. Needs a good cleanup. It'd be nice to polish those screws and get all the rust off the blade. It doesn't look like it was ever sharpened or anything, but it still feels reasonably sharp, so it could be fixed up pretty easily. And be just a cool occasional user kind of thing. This is a very interesting hacksaw. It was also very inexpensive. They had an awful lot of hacksaws, and they're all, you know, on the wall with pegs, but you just have to look for what makes them different, right? So step one, I noticed it had a wooden handle, which most of them did not, and it also noticed it has all these fine adjustments. These are like half-inch increments from the smallest size here to the, I believe it is on the largest size. Yes. And so normally hacksaws don't have half-inch increments, so I figured it's got to be from an older time period when maybe there was not the standardized sizes as we seem to have them today. And I could tell that there was something here. I think it is a patent date. I'm going to have to wire brush that to see. And then over here in this section, it says Something Works Incorporated, New York, USA. So I need to do some wire brushing, and we'll see what those things say. So back from the wire brush, it says number 41. It has this logo that kind of reminds me of a Ferris wheel. I think this says Consolidated, Toolworks Incorporated, New York, USA. And then at this end down here, patented in USA, February 10th, 1925. So how about that? This saw is easily 90 years old, 90 plus, and still in one piece, still in usable condition. The handle is still perfectly tight. It's cut through, so the frame of the hacksaw goes through very nicely. And it's a really cool old saw. You know, how many hands have held this saw and worked on how many projects? It's a piece of history. And the fact that it's adjustable to all these different sizes is very interesting to me. Eventually I'll get around to doing a full restoration on that and repainting the handle, and it'll be a beautiful addition to my tool collection, right? So that's the trick when you go to places that have a lot of tools. Look for what's different. Look for what stands out, and you'll find the treasure. Hey Toolerinos, this is a Habitat for Humanity tool haul. I have been going to them because you can find interesting tools there for not too much money. You can see I picked out a lot of interesting looking wrenches and some kind of weird looking screwdriver, but I did find some gems. So there's these slip joint pliers that are unusual. They're long, they've got cutters, and the jaws look good. The handles have embellishment on them, and it is a Craftsman. So I thought that was a nice gem to find. They're a little rusty, but not too bad. It's not going to be pitted. And the other nice gem, $2 for this little pair of diagonal cutters with the handle kind of messed up. And I'm thinking, $2, you know, what am I going to do with that? You can see a little light through the jaw, but you know what? When I see something that says Sheffield, England, I just can't leave it there. So that was a gem. I found one of these 4-in-1 screwdrivers from Jamestown, New York. It's a little bit of a gem, kind of nice. It's all there. And then I found one of these stamped steel drill indexes. I've been looking for something like this for some time, and I wish it would have been in better shape, but I'll see what I can do with it. But it is a Huot, I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, from St. Paul, Minnesota, and that company still exists. So pretty cool to find one of their drill indexes. I found another one of these interesting screwdrivers with the twisty handle. The shaft and everything's in good shape. I bought this simply because I wanted the chuck, because I want to try to make a screwdriver that uses these screwdriver tips, because I got a bunch of them in another tool haul that I don't really have a use for. So I'll try to put that chuck in something else and make a interesting screwdriver out of it. I got a little shorty flathead. Anyway, made in USA. So I thought it was worth 50 cents. Alright, the wrenches. Forged in USA. This is a common thing I see So I thought, well, it's easy enough to pick up enough of those to complete the set. This one I thought was interesting. It's Blue Point, which is like a snap-on. It's got this beam style to it, which I thought was pretty cool. And these are also sort of a common design that I see everywhere. And they've got a really thick, strong head to them. So I thought, well, I'll start picking those up, try to make a little set of those. Another one, just made in USA. Chrome vanadium. So nothing super special, but interesting. Interesting enough for me to bring home. This says gold tip. Made in USA, patented, Fletcher. There should be some replaceable jaws here, and I think it's for glass work, for like stained glass or something. So I don't know if those are usable or not, but at the time I just didn't know what it was, so I just bought it. There's this interesting looking screwdriver. It's got the red handle on the back, and then this white part here. I don't know if it's so it's easier to twist. And here's if you need more torque to grip it better. I don't know, just kind of an interesting screwdriver. Got another one of those made in USA. And I always like these ones. I think it's a Barkalow, yeah. It's a Barkalow Buffalo. And those are kind of cool looking, so I'll start picking those up as well. And made in USA, forged steel. It's another style that you see. It has this kind of pointy ends in the recess. Just interesting wrenches that could make fun projects in the future. So, oh, and there's this hole cutter. At the time I didn't know what it was. It's apparently missing its blades or blade. Not sure how that was supposed to work, but it looked interesting and I didn't know what it was at the time, so I bought it. And it's made of aluminum. Alright. So, Habitat for Humanity tool haul. I have got a lot of stuff, and this is, I think, my first video of the Habitat for Humanity stuff. So, look forward to some more videos. Thanks for watching.